Good morning everyone. We are here today with the Islamic Department from JESS Jumeirah, Mr Kamal and Mr Moustafa, who have spent the day today preparing their content in preparation for the launch of our distance learning programme here at JESS. So I have a few questions about online learning and hope that you'll share some information with us that might be useful not just for our parents but possibly for other teachers globally who might be affected by the crisis. Are you happy to answer some questions?
Of course.
So do you feel that JESS is ready?
Of course we are. JESS is a digital school who has been embracing technology for a long time. Using iPads, using technology with devices, different apps put us in a strong position.
So talking then about individual lessons in terms of distance learning, what do you feel that lessons at the school will look like?
I think each day in the school we feel like we are uploading those lessons online to the kids for a remote learning and distance learning mode to enable kids and families to be able to access the classroom online. I think it's kind of fortunate at JESS the message was so clear, and our pupils, if they are affected by this, I think similarly the lessons they are having in their classes will be having the same amount of information, the same style of learning online too, because you're already practicing these styles in the classrooms even without having this kind of mode or this distance learning style.
So what do you imagine that might look like in practice? So starting from what you will upload online, what will that look like?
Following that introductory video, there will be a teaching voice with the slides shared with the kids on CISO, so they are able to share their activities, their work online, to be marked, to be given a feedback. So everything will be shared online with parents, kids on CISO.
And they got used to upload such kind of work and activities via CISO,
Yes,
the kids
yes.
even from 1 to 6. So Islamic A and B, and parents were more active and communicating with us. They are aware of the content and they will
They
be more
got
aware.
accustomed to using CISO in a positive way.
Yeah.
So you already use these technologies, so do you feel then that pupils are prepared?
Yeah, I think
Of
so.
course,
Yes,
yeah.
I think people and families also are well prepared, spending more than 6 months at school at JESS using technology and different apps in the school. I think in Islamic education is doing the same as other department at JESS, and our position is really good in distance learning and using technology.
And we know that at our school, during these unprecedented times, we're very lucky that JESS has a very strong supportive staff and parent community. How have you worked together to create this content?
We are so lucky to have supportive families, supportive kids, supportive SLT across the 3 schools of JESS. So everything we need is already there. We are going to do our best to make the progress needed for the kids to overcome this unprecedented time.
Yes, we together, I think we come up together, we spend time, we share time. We happily spend our time to do our very best, to give our kids and our pupils every day they need, and in order to make them feel comfortable accessing the learning remotely and actually achieving a progress and making their own achievement, which is expected from them, and the same level as they would have expected JESS Day.
And I can see already from some of the samples of the content that you've shared with me today that you've both been working on, that it looks very familiar and looks very similar to what you have produced in class, just online in a distance learning format.
Yes.
But how will the parents communicate with you during this time? Because I understand normally they'll pop in and see you in the Islamic Department or make a phone call and arrange a time to come into the school. How will you communicate with with parents during this time?
Parents will be given the opportunity to communicate with us via CISO, via email. We are encouraging them to communicate us anytime. We will be online most of the time, just in case they have any inquiries, any questions, any support needed. We will be there all the time.
Yeah, I think all difficulties while learning, particularly during learning Quranic portions, Quranic chapters. We can also provide some trusted website and helpful websites that can help parents at home to access those Quranic portion recitation with transliteration and translation as well of those meanings. So in order to help the kids learning and achieving progress in the Quranic learning as well, as long as the Hadith as well and other portions of Islamic education.
And how do you feel about having to carry out your lessons online? It's very different from the way that you potentially would normally submit work out and share with parents and pupils. How do you feel about having to do this?
Of course, it's a new experience, but we feel more confident because at JESS, it's those who have no idea what JESS is, it's a unique environment that motivates everyone to learn, to step up every single day for a better position. So we feel confident, we feel excited. We're waiting impatiently for positive feedback from parents, from the kids as well, and ready for any questions, any support needed.
Yes, I think we are enjoying this kind of experience, and this new style of not seeing the kids in the classroom and having face-to-face interaction. I think having them online, being oriented and being enjoying this kind of activity, this kind of experience, I think it will add a value to what we have been learning since the beginning of this year, Mr. Moustafa.
Yeah, of course.
And I think they will be very, very interactive. The feedback from parents has been very positive since the beginning of this year. I think they will continue carrying on their job and support with the kids, because I think without parent support and parental engagement to help their kids, I think it will be a very difficult task for us or for them to achieve what's expected from them. So I think working together, parents, staff, teachers, students, doing the right tasks, doing their job properly and supporting the kids, this is our first priority, is really getting the outcome.
Also, one more thing to add, our students are more independent, especially key stage 2. So we are expecting from year 3 to 6 to be more active, to be more proactive to what the teachers will share with them on CSR.
Particularly year 5 and 6s,
yes.
The projects and presentations.
Yes.
Well, it sounds like you're embracing this challenge very confidently.
Yes.
Thank you. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much.
Thank you.